All right, let's do this, shall we? I have no idea how much space I have left on my phone, but we're gonna find out together. We're gonna do this together, and we're gonna get through it to the end. Hello, angels. Welcome back to the Cosmic Tailor. If you're new here, welcome. If you're not, welcome back. And today, I am tapping into some pretty interesting energies, you guys. I've been tapping into some pretty interesting energies. Oh, I'm currently in a hotel right now. So if you hear TVs or people or bless me, or something, I'm sorry about that, but I can't really do anything about it. So clear. I want to know, what's the message that you want to bring forward today, Spirit, angels, ancient ancestors, universe, spirit guides, higher self, Mother Earth, God? What messages do you have for our beautiful, beautiful collective today? Beings of the most divine love and light. What do you have to say? What do you want us to know? First of all, we have a few cards. Oh, hello. We have a few cards from my I can't remember what it's called. I'll put it up here. But we have Love Fiercely with Whooper Swans, Make Manifest with Beaver in the reverse, and Discover the Patterns with Brog Winged Katydids. And then You Are Worthy with the Tabby Cat, and Steady On with the Common Tortoise, and Get Creative with Screech Owl. Interesting. A lot of purple energies there. Purple and green energies. Okay. Oh, that's interesting. Okay. We have the Four of Cups in the reverse with Judgment in the reverse and the Six of Arrows in the reverse. Clarifying the oh, no. Next? Yes. Can we clarify the Four of Cups, please, Spirit? Which way did you want that? 242 on the timer. Can you clarify Judgment, please, Spirit? Could you please? Oh, look at that. We have more swan and imagery with the Three of Swords or Three of Arrows. Oh, please, one card. Por favor. Oh, and we have an owl with the High Priestess and the Empress. Interesting. Please clarify the Judgment card, Spirit, if you'd be so kind. The Hermit. Can you clarify the Six of Arrows in the reverse, please, Spirit? King of Cups in the reverse. And can we clarify the Six of Wands in reverse? The Five of Swords in the reverse. Interesting. And we have the Four of Swords in reverse on the back of the deck. Okay. I just released a reel that had a lot of the same cards in here. There is something that you are missing. Alright, and I'm not trying to say that in a way where I'm attacking you or telling you what is what or what you should be doing, but there's something that you're not fully appreciating for what it is. And it's coming, like, I'm hearing it's coming from this place of pride with the Strength card here, with this lion. And it's like, that isn't quite hitting. it's like you're being so hard on yourself for the things that you are doing and the actions that you are taking, and you're like constantly trying to 4 5 6 on the timer, constantly trying to rework your perspective, or trying to rework or understand why you are doing the things that you are doing, or why you keep taking action that you keep taking. But it's not for you to question right now, okay? Because the thing is, you've been having to lead yourself forward for a long time. With the Hermit card, that is solitary. That is a solitary journey. You cannot do or make it to that point within the major arcana without losing people or without having to leave people behind. And you cannot get to that point of isolation unless you choose to fully isolate yourself, which a lot of people in this day and age love to demonize isolation. They love to make it seem like being isolated or being alone is a horrible, horrible thing. But that's just a major reflection of how we as society feel about being with ourselves. 5 5 5 on the timer. How we view with being alone. We see it like it's such a big, heavy burden, like it's such a horrible thing to go through, as if it's as bad as dying or as bad as somebody getting horribly sick. You know what I mean? And I feel like there is a lesson that you've been having to learn about loving yourself. And I mean genuinely loving yourself, choosing to show up for yourself, choosing to own up to yourself, choosing to learn who you really are and commit to that, you know? And allowing yourself to fully embrace who that is and fully express who that is, right? It feels like a lot of your time, a lot of your life, you've spent so much of your energy trying to do what was right for other people that you never really felt like you had the time or the energy or the power to do what was right for yourself, right? But you do. You've been learning that you do. You've been learning that you don't have to make something. You don't have to make yourself. You don't have to make money or make a product or you don't have to physically create things in order to be worthy of love, in order to be worthy of, excuse me, confirmation burp, kindness, of acceptance, of appreciation. You know, you don't have to do the most in order to be cared for the way that you deserve to be cared for. You know what I mean? And oh, holy shit. That was a lot of oil. A lot of oil. Really, really, really protect your voice right now. Oh yeah, I literally sat in meditation for dead ass only like 30 seconds. I'm not even gonna kid you. Sometimes like that happens where I'm just like called to sit down and to cross my legs, close my eyes, stack up my proportions properly, you know what I mean? Get my posture right, and then I'll like get hit with visions. And I just kept seeing this vision of me dropping a cigarette and like stomping on it and like pressing my heel into it, and a vision of me like putting down a bottle of some kind of alcohol, going to a sink, spitting it out, and then tossing it, leaving, walking away. And then I saw a vision of myself sitting in a white room or in a space where there was like light streaming in from behind me, and I was sitting in that same kind of posture of meditation, of just crossing my legs, have my hands together like this, eyes closed, and I started moving around and moving in a way that made my body feel good, you know? And I did the same thing with dance. Like, I started getting up and I started moving and I started dancing and I started singing. And I kept hearing over and over and over and over again, your voice is a blessing, stop wasting it. Your voice is a blessing, stop wasting it. Your voice is a blessing, stop wasting it, right? And so, I took that as a sign for a lot of things, but like, that's really the energy coming here with this, like, with this collective. Like, you do not have to do the most in order to be worthy of what you want. You don't have to do the most in order to get what you are looking for in life. And in fact, the best thing that you could possibly do for yourself is stop abusing yourself, you know? That's another thing I heard. I heard stop abusing your voice. So, if you know you need to take a break from things, if you know that you cannot smoke the way that you want to, maybe you are addicted to smoking cigarettes, or maybe you smoke weed, or maybe you smoke other herbs, I don't know. Maybe you're dependent or addicted to other substances, 1111 on the timer, confirmation. This is your sign to stop, okay? Stop in whatever way that you need to stop, especially if you feel like that resonates with you. Stop. You need to stop. Okay, and I'm not trying to come at you or tell you what you should or should not be doing with your life, but I'm just telling you what they're telling me, and I'm telling you that they're telling me that they want to see you happy, and they don't think that these things are really actually making you happy. All right? Okay. Yeah, because like, you are really, really hard on yourself. You are exceptionally hard on yourself because you feel like you have to do the most to prove that you are worthy. You have to do the most to prove that you deserve the things that you want in life, but you don't have to do anything. With Discover the Pattern, the 6 of Arrows in the reverse, and the King of Cups in the reverse. Look at this. See the fish in the background over here? The ship and the fish? And then this is the 4 of Cups in reverse, the first card, right? And then the 6 of Arrows is literally a ship, you know? In this entire situation, you are sitting on a rock. I'm hearing like procrastinating, debating on what you want to do, where you want to go, how you want to move, what things you want to achieve. I'm here to let you know that you make the choice that is most aligned with your inner child. Make the choice that is most aligned with your inner child, with the thing that sparks joy, passion, creativity. Okay, I'm back. I'm gonna watch the proposal after this. Anyway. Do what sparks creativity in you. What sparks joy in you. Which, like, whatever helps you transcend the standards that you or other people have set for the possibilities of your life and your future. Because why not? You know? Why not? There's no way that none of or all of the dreams that we have for ourselves can't come true. The wildest ones, you know? I'm literally seeing the movie Wish, and it's like, you know, before she gets like the wand and everything, everybody has to wait on their wish to come true, right? But like, the entire thing is like, every year one wish still came true, so why not cast your vote? Why not share your wish? Why not give the idea or your biggest, wildest dream. Because it might not happen, but there's a chance that it will. And you know, even if it didn't, it still sets you down the path or the journey that's closest to it, you know? Throat chakra activation. Yeah. Because if you can't have the thing, I'm willing to bet you'd be happy with having the next best thing, you know what I mean? And like, the crazy thing is like, you don't even have to be satisfied with the next best thing. All you have to be satisfied, I saw 222 on the timer, all you have to be satisfied with is where you're at now. That's all. You just have to be satisfied and happy with where you're at right now. Because like with the 6 of arrows showing up in the reverse, that tells me that you don't want to move. You don't want to leave something. You don't want to change something. You want to hold on to something and you want to commit to something, right? With the King of Cups sitting on this stone, it's like you're being 248 on the timer, exponential growth. It's like you're being very stubborn on the things that you want for yourself. Like you are strictly choosing the things that you want for yourself. You're missing like the blessings and the gift of what it is that you're choosing for yourself, because it's not the status quo, right? But you're also missing the ship in order to move to somewhere where it would be maybe more comfortable, but it wouldn't be yours. 3, 2, 1 on the timer, you know what I mean? And there's discover the pattern. There is something out there, okay? Something that is happening with this situation where you have consistently been in this situation many, many times, where you have been in a position of many blessings, but you just didn't have the gratitude or the perspective to appreciate it. And it made you really, really struggle, because with the 6 of Swords in the reverse, right, that talks about self-betrayal. That talks about not taking action to get yourself to a space of calmer waters or get you to a space that is more right and aligned with you. That talks about being stuck in a position of no change, right? Stuck in a position of chaos. And the thing is, like, you yourself, I don't think you yourself are causing any chaos, because you're sitting here on a stone, you know? You're not doing anything harmful. You're not doing anything that'll get in people's way. 4, 3, 2 on the timer. You're not doing anything that's like causing eternal damnation for people, right? Excuse me. But you are 4, on the timer in a position where you are surrounded by the ocean, you know? You're surrounded by the ocean, which is the most chaotic place to be, especially out in the middle of the ocean where ships are sailing. It's a chaotic environment, okay? The further out you go, the crazier the waves get. They never stop getting crazy, okay? So, all of that energy moving into the 6 of Wands and then the 5 of Arrows in the reverse, it's like 2 things are happening at once. One thing that's happening is that you are supposed to be going on a like celebratory victory march right now, because you did it. You did it. You got to the place. 5, 4, 3 on the timer. You got to the place. You found your spot. You found your rightful spot in life, where you want to go, where you want to be. And you're supposed to be in this energy of really being happy and excited for yourself, because you did it. You fulfilled a dream. You made a manifestation come, you know? You grounded something for yourself. But it's like you can't appreciate it because it looks like it's very solitary. You are the only one there to like bake the cake. You're the only one there to put it together. You're the only one there to blow out your candles. And then, you know, with the 5 of arrows in the reverse, like the way that I read this card when I first saw it, like this, right? It's like energy of somebody having to go pick up their own mess, somebody of having to go and collect all the things they hurt other people with and having to reflect on that, you know what I mean? And but like this way, like this one felt so much more aggressive, you know what I mean? Because arrows and swords, they both can pierce, but you can never lodge a sword like into somebody at 40 miles per hour, you know what I mean? Like it's very precise, you know what I mean? With a sword, I'm not saying that it isn't precise fighting when you use a sword either. Like, yes, I recognize that it's very precise fighting both ways, but you have to be so much more intentional when you shoot an arrow. So much more intentional. You cannot hesitate. 757 on the timer. I'm hearing that song, On the Road Again. I can't wait to get back on the road again. Maybe that's how you feel. And you know, this showing up in the reverse, 5 of Swords energy, it's almost like you're in this position where you're not this person, right? You're this person back here, fully aware of the action that was taken against you, fully like seeing everything, seeing it from the perspective of somebody that was actively hunted, seeing it from the perspective of somebody that was actively hunting another, and then seeing it from your own perspective of what you feel and how you've been processing and dealing with everything, right? Because look, you're just trying to have a deeper understanding and have deeper compassion, right? And now 918 on the timer, wish fulfillment number. Go search up what that angel number means. I mean that. Do it. You're in this position where it's like you're just trying to learn to be more compassionate, and Spirit is asking you to learn how to push that compassion towards you. How can you be more compassionate with yourself? How can you be more loving with yourself? It might have been a lot of sleepless nights lately with the 4 of Swords in the reverse. Maybe a lot of like energy has been really hard for you to get through. Maybe it's been very tiring. Maybe it's been very like, I don't know, just exhausting. 10-10 on the timer, which is interesting because right underneath that we have the 10 of Cups. You are so close to your wish fulfillment. You really are. You are so close to your wish fulfillment. It's like I'm hearing only like 2 more things. 2 more switches need to be flipped. 1 more button needs to be pressed. Kind of a thing. Like, excuse me. All that needs to change is your perspective, right? Because you can't flip the switches unless you're looking at them. You can't press the button unless you're looking at it. It's that entire, I think, quantum physics kind of a thing where it's like you need to change the channel to the TV if you want to watch a different channel. You need to change your perspective on your life if you want to live a different life, right? Thank you so much for being here. 11:11 on the timer. Thank you so much for letting me read your energy. If this is helpful, you should let me know. You should like, you should comment, you should subscribe, and you should like tell me more about yourself because you seem very wonderful. And I think I would have a lot to learn from you, and I think I have a lot that I can teach you. So you should stick around, and I hope I'll see you in the next one. Bye.